Welcome back to another action-packed episode of XFL Week in Review. In this episode, we take a deep dive into the XFL rookie draft results, the league's financial report, major changes within the league, and the new Vegas Vipers head coach. So stay tuned, and let's get started. What's up, XFL family? On June 16th, 2023, the XFL rookie draft took place. We have the complete breakdown selected by each team position. We got it all for you on XFL News Hub. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's get right into it. Arlington Renegades at quarterback took Connor Digenhart, New Haven. Wide receivers, they took Cy Burnett, Davenport, Charles Hall from Arizona State. Offensive line, James Jackson, South Alabama. Jordan Rose, Arkansas State. Defensive line, Ami Finu from Maryland. Linebackers, Merlin Robinson, Arizona State. Chris Whitaker, Incarnate Word. Jordan Wright, Kentucky, and DB Jalen Green from Mississippi State. DC Defenders, America's team, took punter Paxton Brooks of Tennessee. Wide receivers, CJ Johnson, East Carolina, Ty Scott, Missouri State, and Trey Shropshire of UAB. Offensive line, Matt Carrick from Michigan State, Alex Jensen, South Dakota, and Jack Plum from Iowa. Linebackers, Caleb Oliver, Western Kentucky, Mohamed Senagu from Louisville, and a DB, Bentley Sanders from Nevada. The Houston Roughnecks took quarterback Lindsey Scott Jr. from Incarnate Word. Offensive lineman Quentin Barrow, Grand Valley State. Afatu Maka, UTSA. Marcus Minor from Pittsburgh. Defensive lineman Jason Andemalolia from Notre Dame. Momar Fall from Colorado State Pueblo. Linebackers Austin Ejaki, UNLV. Michael Aries, Ashland, and Marvin Pierre from Kent State. DB Elijah McGee from Minnesota State, Mankato. Orlando Guardians took offensive lineman Jeremy Cooper, Cincinnati. Jarrett Horst of Michigan State.
All right, low, quick feet, kind of moving up to your back. Everybody with me? All right, here we go. Cheese there. Cheese here. Upper left cheek. Upper left cheek. Let's go, Black Ohio. Hey, uno. Hand him the chin, tackle. Wait, faster, man, Allen.
LaQuinton Sharp from Mississippi State. D-line, they took Terry Hampton, Arkansas, Katie Hill from Mississippi. Linebackers, Kosi Eldridge, Texas Tech, and Jaquez Jones from Kentucky. DBs, Darius Joyner from Duke, Kenyon Kinsler Jr. from Alcorn State, and D-lineman, Brock Martin from Oklahoma State. San Antonio Brahmas took tight end Jalen Bingsley from Texas, wide receiver Carlos Carreri from Central Michigan, and
One outs left, one to the right. Snap back to Richardson. Throws far side. Slant cut by Carrier inside the 10 to the 5. And he's still pushing towards the 2. He's in for a touchdown. Carrier just kept on battling a 17-yard strike.
J.C. Santana from Tulsa. Offensive line, Brendan Bornder from Florida Atlantic, and
Back, go.
Dylan O'Quinn from Cincinnati. Linebackers, Lorenzo McCaskill from Kansas. Running back, Chris Smith, Louisiana Lafayette. And DBs, Darius Gaines, Western Colorado. R.J. Hubert from Utah and Dylan Thomas from Missouri State. Seattle Sea Dragons took wide receiver Chad Towson from Texas Tech, running back Titus Sween from Wyoming, offensive lineman Des Holmes from Arizona State, and Justin Turntine from Florida State. D-lines Sam Burt from Kansas, Malcolm Lee from Kansas, and Wes Moe from Rocky Mountain. Linebacker Colby Reeder from Iowa State, and Peyton Wilgar from BYU. DB Destin Talbert, North Dakota State. St. Louis Battlehawks took wide receiver James Bostic, Ohio. Darian Chaffin from Incarnate Word. Tight end Kenmore Gamble from Central Florida. Running back Kevon Latuis from Missouri State. Offensive line Jacob Gall from Baylor. D-line Matthew Jester from Princeton, and John Drian Taylor, UTEP. Linebacker Johnny Buchanan from Delaware.
Carlos Mathis on the carry.
DB's Nico Bolden from Kent State. And Anthony Worsterstone from Merrimack. Finally, the Vegas Vipers took wide receiver Stacy Chimowerskis from Northern Arizona, running back DJ Green from Liberty, offensive line Nick Amoa, UC Davis, Desmond Besant, Buffalo, Robert Mitchell, North Carolina Central, and Nazir Watkins from Liberty. Defensive line Jamar Edwards from James Madison, Lorenzo Fatu from Tuia from BYU, linebacker Dwayne Bowles from South Florida, and DB Darius Nash, Utah Tech. Now remember, there is no draft order. It was just kind of a big lump of picks together, so there was no first pick or second pick round in the draft. However, the summary, there was 2 quarterbacks taken, 3 running backs, 9 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 15 offensive linemen, 12 defensive linemen, 15 linebackers, 12 defensive backs, and 1 punter. The tons of colleges from Alcorn State, Delaware, Pittsburgh, Utah, Wyoming, all of those are in the list there. You can check that out on XFL News Hub. Now, prior to the draft, the Arlington Renegades and Seattle Sea Dragons announced a trade, with the Arlington receiving Kazir Skipper, linebacker Toledo, and a Seattle draft pick, and Seattle received George Moore, offensive lineman from Oregon, and an Arlington draft pick. Now, players who were drafted in the XFL rookie draft will be placed on XFL rosters, with players who finished the 2023 season on active and reserve lists. XFL teams will hold exclusive rights with the players they select in the draft. For undrafted players, the XFL will host a series of player showcases across the United States in June and July. These showcases will give prospective football players a chance to exhibit their skills in front of XFL coaches and personnel directors. Players will be evaluated based on performance for inclusion in the XFL player pool for the upcoming 2024 season. Top performers will be invited to the XFL Combine, which will be held in Arlington, Texas, July 25th and 27th. Showcases will be held throughout the summer. Atlanta is June 18th. St. Louis is July 7th. Washington, D.C. is July 9th. Houston, July 14th. And Arizona is July 16th. Additional information can be found on XFL.com. Now, the XFL Combine, which will be held on July 25th to 27th in Arlington, Texas, will be invite only. Invitations will be sent to the top performers from those showcases earlier this summer. So make sure you head over to XFL.com if you're a player, you want to get involved with the league. But that's it. Big rookie draft. We'll see if any of these guys actually have an impact on the team. And remember, rosters are going to expand to 90 players. So there's going to be a lot of teams on these players and a lot of cuts coming as we get closer to the season 2 of the XFL. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you all later. Hey everyone, welcome back to the XFL News Hub, your number one source for all things XFL. If you're excited about the league as we are, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you won't miss any updates. In a recent interview with Forbes, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Danny Garcia, and Jerry Cardinale spilled the beans on their vision for the XFL's future, and let me tell you, it's monumental. As Danny Garcia puts it, you don't call Dwayne Johnson and say, hey, I have a decent idea. It's got to be big, important, and meaningful for him. The Rock reminisced about his college football days and how he wished the XFL was around when he was playing. He believes the league can be a platform for talented athletes who dream of a professional career. Now, let's talk numbers. The XFL took a $60 million loss in 2023, but don't worry, folks. Danny Garcia confirmed that they are in it for the long haul. The league projects a whopping $100 million in revenue for season 2 next season in the XFL. And Jerry Cardinale, he's got high hopes, my friends. He believes that the XFL can become cash flow positive by 2027 and even surpass Major League Soccer in popularity. So how's that for ambition? That would be the 5th largest sports franchise in the country by 2027. Now, Dwayne Johnson made it clear that this is not just a business venture for him and Garcia. And in his words, this is legacy. This is the long game, close quote. With The Rock's charisma, Cardinale and Garcia's business savvy, and their collective vision, the XFL is aiming to change the sports landscape forever. Big goals for these 3 power players. Now, to catch all the juicy details, make sure you check out the full interview on Forbes. So what do you think? Is the XFL ready to make history? Let us know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and stay up to date to all things XFL. Until next time, this is XFL News Hub, and I'll see you all later. Are you a fan of the XFL, USFL, and CFL football? Get ready to embrace your inner general manager with NewsHubFantasy.com's fantasy football experience. NewsHubFantasy.com offers you an unparalleled fantasy football platform bringing together fans of the XFL, USFL, and CFL football leagues. Compete in season-long fantasy with leagues up to 6 players. You can create your own for friends, or you can join an existing league. Draft your ideal team with our 7 active roster spots, including a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, flex, tight end, kicker, plus 3 bench spots. Show off your football knowledge and strategy and dominate your league. Our user-friendly interface makes it easy to manage with your team and get the latest news in your XFL or USFL or CFL leagues on the go. Plus, News Hub Fantasy offers mock drafts, pick'em games, and so much more all season long. So don't miss out on the action. Sign up now at newshubfantasy.com and become the ultimate football fantasy manager. Hey XFL fans, welcome back to XFL News Hub YouTube channel. Before we dive into today's breaking news,
if you're new here or haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of our exclusive updates. Now let's get into it. Major changes are happening in the XFL universe, with some sweeping changes expected to affect up to 30 people, according to our exclusive sources at XFL News Hub. Key personnel, including CMO Janet Deutsch, Vice President and VP of Marketing Anthony Zacconi, are among those let go as the league prepares for a fresh start this coming June. Here's what we know. The cuts stem from a performance review conducted by Redbird Capital Partners, the league's primary investor. The restructuring heavily impacts marketing and events departments, as well as the Las Vegas team, losing its entire sales team. The league's marketing strategy was reportedly not sitting well with Redbird Capital Partners, leading to the decisive action. Moreover, there's been rumblings about the XFL's ongoing issue with the Vegas stadium, and these changes might be targeted towards maybe improving that situation. In addition, these cuts might serve as a strategy to make the league more attractive to potential investors. As rumors swirl about incoming investors, the XFL appears to be trimming costs to present a more streamlined operation. Now, the league's future is clearly in focus. Significant changes and improvements have just happened, and as avid fans and followers of the XFL will be closely monitoring these changes for their implications. Finally, the XFL released an official statement stating, quote, "The XFL's first season was a success with the strong growth metrics seen across fan engagement, viewership, and revenue channels. As the XFL plans for 2024 and beyond, it has decided to transition into a dual full-time and seasonal-based employment model to improve efficiency and drive sustainable business performance across all markets. Given the seasonal nature of the business, the XFL will continue to employ full-time business and football operations functions on both the league and team levels, and will scale up hiring each year for preseason and in-season roles," close quote. So there you have it. Be sure to stay tuned to XFL News Hub for more exclusive updates and insights on the XFL. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, share it with fellow XFL fans, and remember to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Hello, football fans. We got some breaking news from the XFL universe that promises to shake things up. The Vegas Vipers have a new head coach, and it's none other than Dr. Anthony Blivens. With an impressive career spanning multiple positions and teams, Blivens comes in from his role as the assistant special teams coordinator for the New York Football Giants. XFL President Russ Brandon and Executive VP of Football Operations Mark Ross have expressed their confidence in Blivens, praising his talent, potential, and the breadth of his experience. At the Giants, Blivens has shown his versatility by serving in various capacities, including assistant linebackers coach and assistant defensive backs coach. But his experience goes beyond the Giants. Blivens has worked with the Arizona Cardinals and even served as a cornerbacks coach for his alma mater, University of Alabama, Birmingham. Blivens' roots in football run deep. He was a player himself, appearing for teams such as the Mobile Admirals, Birmingham Steel Dogs, and even the XFL's Birmingham Thunderbolts. His extensive career experience spanning high school coaching to NFL makes him a promising addition to the Vipers. Last season, the Vipers finished with a record of 2-8 under head coach Rod Woodson, despite some notable achievements. The team is looking to Blivens to turn things around. In his own words, Blivens is honored and excited for the opportunity. It's definitely going to be interesting to watch all this unfold. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more XFL news. Make sure you leave us a comment. What do you think about the new coach of the Vegas Vipers? Do you think the Vipers should stay in Las Vegas? Let us know in the comments. And with that being said, we'll catch you in the next video. All right, some notes to wrap up the show. XFL to host the Players Showcase Series, 6 cities, XFL Combine at Choctaw Stadium. These are all wrapping up. We have the Houston Showcase and Arizona Showcase coming up this weekend, July 14th and July 16th. And then the XFL Combine will take place July 25th to the 27th. Teams will start adding more players right after that. Plus, supposedly there'll be a couple drafts taking place this year. June Jones, XFL veteran and former NFL coach, he was arrested for alleged DUI in Honolulu a couple months ago. He basically was released on a $500 bail. He says, I was speeding and got stopped. Jones admitted to Tsai of the Honolulu Star Advisor. I was coming from eating dinner. That's all I need to say right now. That's all what's going on with June Jones. We haven't heard anything more of that. There was some rumblings that June Jones actually wanted to get the Vegas Vipers head coaching job, but clearly they went in a different direction. And I don't think they want to kind of go with these kind of older coaches. Again, we get somebody new. Finally, this I thought was really cool. IFL announces the IFL to XFL Combine event August 4th. So the Indoor Football League announced its first annual IFL to XFL Combine. This combine will be an opportunity for exclusive to IFL players to showcase their abilities in front of XFL coaches and directors of player development. It will take place on August 4th in Henderson, Nevada, as part of the Dollar Loan Center IFL National Championship weekends. We thought this was really cool. Again, against a chance for players to get opportunities to play in the XFL, not only their own scouting combines, but actually to do an IFL. I'm glad to see them do something when it comes with the IFL, because it's kind of been, did they really do anything? That's a wrap for this week's XFL Week in Review. We thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify. Again, we're going to take a little break again, and we'll be back next month with more exciting XFL news as we build towards the 2024 season. We'll see you next time.